Who am I? My story is a part of her story. Her story is a part of my story. My beautiful mother, whom I affectionately call Mama, Mrs. Eartha Fountain Odom, taught me the foundations of love and advocacy. She showed the greatest love of all, which is why Whitney Houston's song, The Greatest Love of All, is one of my all-time favorites, because she advocated for me in elementary school. She held me up when a teacher tried to hold me back, because she knew my potential. My mama always says the next generation should surpass the last generation. And we are living what she says. We celebrate a phenomenal woman, Mrs. Eartha Fountain Odom. Through each stage that she has stood by me and supported me in pursuing my dreams, we celebrate her as she continues to inspire my story for Women's History Month. My story is a part of her story. Her story is a part of my story. Elder Ella Stanton Fountain taught me the foundation of strength, faith, and wisdom. Although she did not attend college or earn a degree, she was an avid newspaper reader. I remember as a child, she would read the newspaper voraciously. She loved the local newspaper, but what made her unique to me is she loved reading any newspaper. If I traveled to a different state, she expected me to bring the newspaper back. If I traveled to a different country, she expected me to bring the newspaper back to her to read. And it showed me just how much knowledge she was taking in from just staying current on the local, on the state, on the national, on the global news that occur in our society. She left a legacy of wisdom. And the one thing that resonates with me as I've become older is she said, you know where you've been, but you do not know where you're going. My story is a part of her story. Her story is a part of my story. Miss Mamie Ware Hickson, writing lab director and assistant professor at University of West Florida, or some of you may know her as grammar guru. She's also a special Mama Mamie to me. She has taught me professional communication. She taught me to consider not only what I say, but also how I say it. She mentored me to communicate intentionally, to think before I speak rather than to speak before I think. She is one of our treasured jewels, a golden star, who will celebrate 60 years of service in the same organization, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, in which she brought me into. One of the things that you may not know about me, I have nearly 400,000 sisters across 15 nations and represented in every state in the United States of America. As a life member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, I understand lifelong service. My most memorable moment was meeting two of our phenomenal past international presidents from my home state of Florida and the significant South Atlantic region. Attorney Carolyn House Stewart, the 28th International President on the left, and Norma Solomon White, who holds an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters and is the 25th International President. My story is a part of her story. Her story my story. Dr. Pamela Stepp, former senior lecturer at Cornell's Department of Communication and the School of Industrial, Labor, and Relations, ILR, taught me the foundation of perseverance and humility. She started as a mentor, but she became a friend. She epitomizes servant leadership, shining a light on others rather than herself. She is the inspiration for my returning to Ithaca to pursue my doctoral studies. My story is a part of her story. Her story is a part of my story. Dr. Geraldine, we call her Jerry, Gay, she served as my doctoral dissertation chair, and she is Professor Emerita of Communication and Information Science at Cornell. Jerry taught me collaboration and connection. You must design collaborative spaces to create connection and community, or they won't occur on their own. She believed in me when I started to question myself. We always need someone to believe in us. My story is a part of her story. Her story is a part of my story. Dr. Daphne Jameson, Professor Emerita of Management Communication at Cornell, Nolan School of Hotel Administration. She has taught me collegiality and character. She taught me that character matters more than any title, and character defines who you are. She made me feel both seen and heard. And she recognized I'm the only African-American female faculty member currently at Nolan. And we know it's not easy being an only. My story is a part of her story. Her story is a part of my story. Mrs. Abigail Charpentier, Senior Vice President and Chief Human Resources Officer at Aramark. I call her my valued industry partner. She has taught me the significance of creative partnerships. She encouraged me to be creative, curious, and courageous in our work. With her and other industry executives, we birthed a beautiful baby, my dream that became our shared reality, the Cornell Nolan Business Ethics Board project. We have sustained the project since 2019, continuing through the pandemic without interruption, developing nearly 100 project teams and over 400 undergraduate and graduate business students. With her and other hospitality industry executives, we are preparing the next generation of business leaders to understand how to think critically, communicate clearly and persuasively, that's what we teach, and solve real ethical issues in the industry. Because of these phenomenal women, I have become a person who loves and advocates for others. I have become a strong woman who is grounded in spiritual faith. I have become a professional and intentional communicator. I have become an educator who perseveres despite challenges and shows humility. I have become a leader who serves her community and supports a significant sisterhood, maintaining a lifelong commitment to service. I have become a collaborator who creates connections. I have become a colleague who values collegiality and character. I have become a curious and courageous partner who curates creative experiences to shape our future industry leaders. We celebrate all phenomenal women who inspire others to become the phenomenal women we are. Happy Women's History Month. Thank you.